Hello and welcome to Crochet CJ episode 62. My name's Carla. I'm a mom and a wife and a midwife, and I'm a born-again Christian, and I love people enough to tell them that. If you're new to the channel, welcome. It's nice to meet you, and if you're already a subscriber, then it's good to see you again. Let's start off with some finished objects. I did finish a couple of the Ballerina dolls I was working on last time I showed you. Here's my little brown-haired girl with her ponytail, and I finally got my pink tool, so I was able to do her tutu, and she's really cute. She's got little ballet slippers, and she's adorable. And then I got to finish my purple ballerina, and here's her hair. She's got this really pretty curly hair. That was an interesting little, I'll tell you all about that, trying to make that hair. These dolls, the base of the dolls is either Lion Brand Skein Tones or Red Heart Super Saver. The outfits are either Red Heart Super Saver, or in this case, this is Hobby Lobby I Love This Yarn. I used 12mm safety eyes that I got off of Amazon, and then I just used some black I Love This Yarn to make the mouth, and some, I think it's 1/4 inch, maybe 1/2 inch grosgrain ribbon to make these. So that was fun getting those made. That's pretty much what I use when I make my dolls. The base is usually a Lion Brand Skein Tones, and then the clothing and stuff is all either Hobby Lobby I Love This Yarn or Red Heart Super Saver in various colors, because that's what I have. I've bought some more colors in those just because I run out of things. The other thing I finished, this is called the Plush Cow pattern, and it's from Kayla's Craft Corner on Instagram. It's a pattern that was purchased off Etsy. A friend of mine asked me to make this for someone she loves, and so this is made out of Premier Parfait Chunky, and obviously white for the most of it, and the patches and the parts of the cow, those are chocolate in that. The nose is teddy bear color, and the horns are toffee. I used 12mm safety eyes that I bought at Walmart, used a little bit of black I Love This yarn to make the little parts on the nose. I know it's a little wonky and my ears and stuff aren't straight, but I thought it was super cute. It worked up really fast, and it's just a really cute little plushie. I really like that. The doll hair, the curly doll hair, I'll tell you. So in the book it tells you to wrap the yarn around a dowel, soak it in really hot water for 10 minutes, and then take it out and kind of pat it dry and then blow dry it. I don't know if I just didn't do it right, because then I left it overnight to finish drying, right, because it's probably still a little bit damp, and it just didn't seem curly to me. But it could be either A, the type of yarn I was using, or B, my technique. So I reverted back to Holly from Proper Pineapple's formula for making curly hair for her dolls, and she wraps it around the doll, gets it wet, pats it dry with a towel, and then she puts it in the oven for 45 minutes at 250 degrees. So I did that, and then I took it out, you know, and it says let it set 10 minutes. I just let it set overnight, because I thought if there's any moisture still in this, hopefully it'll be gone by morning. That worked out perfectly for me. And the black hair on that doll is Karen Simply Soft, but I also got the same result with some brown, actually I think it was Cafe Latte Red Heart Super Saver. So it worked with that too. So I was really pleased with that. Those are all my finished objects for right now. My joy in progress that I'm working on right now. I cut out a quilt yesterday that I'll be sewing up for someone. And then I also, one of the nurses I work with had asked me to make one of the pocket shawls, which I've made the pocket shawl previously. This happens to be the Perfect Pocket Shawl by Sonia Hood, and that's what it looks like. There's also this picture of it. shows what it looks like. I've made one before. And then this one, she wanted a fall kind of color, and I showed her a couple of colors, and she actually picked out pumpkin, which is kind of a dark orange color, but it is working up really cute. I did have to pull out a few rows because somehow I lost about 4 stitches. You know, I hate when you have 156 stitches across a shawl. It's really painful to just count them all. But I'm learning that I just am going to have to count every row, and it's just going to take me a long time to do it, because otherwise I'm going to lose stitches, because when I get to the end, I'm not sure if I'm putting the stitch in the right place or, you know, going far enough. And so I'm just going to have to break down and count every stitch as I make it. And that's okay. I can do that. I can handle that. I'll link that pattern below too. Sorry, I'm dropping stuff on the floor. And then acquisitions. I got the parfait yarn. So I got 2 of the white because I thought I would like to make more than one cow. And it pretty much, there wasn't very much left of the one skein of this when I made that little cow. And because let's see, there's it's 100% polyester, 131 yards, and 3.5 ounces. And the colors I got were chocolate, toffee, teddy bear, and white. So the chocolate, you know, I didn't use a whole lot of it. I barely used any of the toffee, and the teddy bear, you know, just to make the nose. And so there's still plenty of that left to make another one with that white. I probably could get, you know, several out of those brown colors, but I'd have to have a whole skein of white for each one, because 131 yards when it's chunky, you know, that's why there's only 131 yards on it, and so it goes really fast. But I got that, I ordered that from Premier. That came in a very timely manner and in one shipment. I finally got my 5th box from Joann's, 4 of which were things I ordered. The first box, you guys heard my story about how I got the box that had stuff in it that I didn't order. But I did finally get my last shipment. It had my pink tulle in it to make my tutu from a doll, which I've already broken into. There was a skein of mahogany skein tones by from Lion Brand. These skein tones, I have a little bit left after each doll. I have a lot more left if I'm making a mermaid or a ballerina. I have more left because, you know, you do the whole, like the mermaid, it doesn't have legs, she has a tail, and it's a different color. So I just have like the body and arms and head in the skein tones. And then with the ballerina, instead of just putting like one color for her panties and then the rest being the skein tones color, you know, she's got like a bodysuit on, and so that doesn't use as much. So I've kind of put together the ends of those to make more dolls. And then, because there's, this is 100% anti-pilling acrylic. It's a 4-weight, 3.5 ounces, 185 yards. And it does really well. And then I got some charcoal, Red Heart Super Saver. These are 7 ounces, 364 yards, 100% acrylic, of course. It's a 4-weight. And then I got a light gray, too. So I'm going to make myself some Harry Potter dolls, and these will be used for their school uniforms. So there's that. If the Harry Potter dolls work out well, I'll be making a second set for a dear friend of mine who is probably more of a Harry Potter fan than I am, if you can believe that. But yeah, she has one whole room in her house that's nothing but Harry Potter. And I love that. I think that's so cool. But you know, I can't do that. I already have one room that's pretty much yarn, so I can't really, you know, devote another room to some other theme. I have a yarn theme room, yarn and fabric theme. That's all I've got going with that. Giveaway. Hey, yeah, we announced a giveaway last time. So giveaway winners, it's 4 packages of yarn, just random yarns. I mean, like, they go together. I didn't like throw a bunch of mismatched yarns in the thing. One of them's kind of more than one color, but a couple of them, they have like the same colors in them, so you can at least make something out of them. So if I show your name on this as a winner, if you will email me at joyousmidwifecj@gmail.com with your mailing address, then I will get these mailed out this week, okay? It may not be until Thursday or Friday because tomorrow's a holiday and then I work the rest of the week. But anyway, Diane Kluwer? Oh, come on. Is it really going to blow out? Okay, you can see it there, can't you, right? And she said, your dolls are wonderful, love them, have given up on weight loss, but you got my attention. Never considered a weight loss doctor. Thanks for sharing. As if you watched my last episode, you know I spent like 20 minutes rambling about weight loss. My second winner is Robin Zip. And her comment was, your dolls are amazing. I love them. My third winner was Barbara Leinhard. I know, Barbara's one of... There were only 18 people who commented on my thing, so you had a pretty good shot of winning, 4 out of 18, right? Barbara just says, love your dolls. Life happens. I get that too. Weight loss isn't fun. I'm hungry all the time, but I keep trying. I'm thrilled you're so happy with your surgery. I'm thrilled with my new knees. I can't wait to get out walking again. It's so darn hot and humid now. It will get better, but it's too hot and humid right now. I wish you success with your weight loss. I pray for you every day. Prayers, love, and hugs, my very dear friend. And she is really sweet, and she does, I know, pray for me every day. My fourth winner was Kendall Crochet. I don't know why I have to angle it like that to get it to show up, but I do. So thanks for sharing your weight issue. I'm a diabetic and also need to lose weight. My doctor asked me to try a plant-based diet. It's very severe, and I'm trying to reduce my insulin intake. I'm trying it to reduce my insulin and keeping your issue in my prayers. So that's really sweet. Thanks, guys. And definitely, Barbara, I know I have your address, okay? So you don't have to send me your address. But you other ladies, I'm not sure if I have. I think Kendall has a previous one too, but it was way back when I first started maybe. But if you'll email me at joyousmidwifecj@gmail.com, I promise to put that in the description. If you guys will email me at that email address, your postal address, so I can get those in the mail to you, I'd appreciate it. I think that's about it. I promise I'm not going to launch into a crazy long venting about weight loss issues or things like that. That was just kind of things I had to say and get off my chest, and I did that. So we're all good with that. Not really much else going on. I had a great week with my kids. We just had such a great visit. We played Mexican Train, which is one of my favorite games. It's a domino game, if you don't know what that is. We played Gestures, which is super duper fun with my family because some people are really good at it and some people are really bad at it. And so I won the Gestures game, by the way. I like colossally lost at Mexican Train. I had more points than anybody at the end, which, the object's to get rid of all your dominoes each time you do a round. And then, so anyway, I had more points. I won the first round, and then after that, lost super bad. But that's okay because it's still a lot of fun. My daughter kind of treated us to a little thing. You go to this place and you throw axes at wooden targets. And I mean, they had axes and throwing stars and saw blades and knives. It was like, I was a little uncomfortable with all the weapons in the building, just saying. We were the only ones there at that particular time, and so it was kind of fun. So the guy was just kind of one-on-one giving us attention. And my husband and I elected to not throw. We just sat and watched the kids and videoed them a little bit and took pictures. But, my son and daughter and their spouses, they had so much fun, and it was really a neat time for us, and we really enjoyed getting out and doing that. I mean, we didn't really eat out a lot last week. We were really good about, I think one day we ordered Subway sandwiches. Excuse me. But other than that, I cooked or my daughter cooked. I made I baked cookies, I made peanut butter pie, a lot of things that, no, I don't need that, on my healthy eating plan. I don't like to call it a diet because diet is a 4-letter word and people don't get that diet is just what you eat. It doesn't mean that you restrict calories. It's just your diet is what you're eating, whether it's healthy, unhealthy, whatever. But thankfully, they were all a success, all those desserts, and they weren't around to tempt me very much. I really just had a bite of the peanut butter pie because I didn't want a whole slice of it. Peanut butter cream pie. It was really good. And then the cookies I make on a regular basis, and so they go pretty fast. And I may have had one. I made a cookie bars, and I cut them into pretty small squares, and so I think I had one the whole time. My thing anymore is not sugar. I mean, sweet stuff. I like sweet stuff, and I like sugary things. And chocolate. I really love chocolate. My friend Mary sends me these delicious things called Curly Wurlies that are caramel with chocolate coating. But it's the best chocolate because it's from the UK, and our chocolate's not as creamy and good. Anyway, but my big temptation anymore is salt. I really like salt, which is weird because I never used to be a salt eater, but anymore that's kind of my thing. So I try to steer clear of any of the above and not get sweet or salty things to have around the house, because sometimes when you're bored, even if you're not hungry, you'll go eat them. Fortunately, I've not had that desire to eat stuff, so I've been staying away from it. Anyway, yeah, I said I wasn't going to go on and on about weight loss and stuff, and I guess I'm not. I was talking about what we were eating while the kids were here. But again, we had a really great week, and it was really fun, and I go back to work on Tuesday, and that's great. I'm ready to go back to work. I love my job. It's the best job ever. So you guys have a wonderful week also, and I will catch you next week, hopefully. Bye. Oh, remember, Jesus loves you and so do I. Bye.